Так, ну и где наш автосейв? Понятно все. Здорово всем, народ. Добро пожаловать в Mass Effect. Мы снова прямся. Где-то там пораньше, чтобы сохраниться. Так, ничего интересного пока не вижу. О, а здесь я еще ни разу не ездил. Любопытненько. Пара есть. Ресурсы какие-нибудь. Монстрики интересные. Хрен мне.
Cats ahead. They appear to be fighting a Krogan.
Is that Drac? Cat incoming.
Винтовочка. Тач великовато.
Ryder, about time you joined the party.
Так, ладно.
That's it, kid. Keep it up. Good one.
Патронов бы побольше.
Color me impressed.
Блять, это там вообще, блин, куда делся-то?
Nice.
Их можно убить из первого удара. Как интересно.
Think I made them angry. Good. That fight was fun.
You're telling me?
You can really handle yourself, kid. And I hear you're the one to thank for clearing up the sky. Had your number all wrong.
You're not so bad yourself, old man. Maybe we should work together after all.
This fight was pretty good, but you're still Nexus and green as a Drell. Still, something tells me you've got potential. Be ashamed to waste that. I mean, Just point me to your ship and try to keep up.
This is gonna be great.
Так, значит, мы еще можем 2, даже 3 оружия носить. Так, навыки. У меня сколько там очков? Всего 4 очка. Да, так и перегрузкой я не воспользовался. Так, огнемет. Ждем. Чё ж уж тут. Следовать нечего. И вообще, блин, прости, где? А, это новое место под колонией, мне надо просто сигнал включить и все.
This is where we'll build our new outpost. A real beginning.
Prepping deployment order. You must choose what purpose this new outpost will serve.
The Nexus doesn't get a say?
Resources are at a crisis point. Protocol states this judgment call falls to the Pathfinder.
Каких
With
ресурсов не
current supplies,
хватает?
You could build a military outpost focusing on defense and militia training. Alternatively, a scientific outpost could advance the initiative's research and discoveries.
Команду, скорее всего, оборонительный
Military outpost
нужен.
or scientific?
Pathfinder's call, but research is no good if we're dead. Military.
It's got to be science. Our colonists need to understand their home.
Be advised that the first outpost placed by a Pathfinder will be a statement in itself. Fair or not, your choice will represent the initiative and its intentions in Andromeda. Consider carefully.
По-любому, военный ванпост.
We defend our own against the Ket. Or anyone else.
Orders prepped. Ready on your signal.
Честен пень, военный, блин, тут, блин, пинают изо всех сторон. Толку от ученых, если они все реально мертвы будут.
Andromeda Initiative, this is Ryder. Pathfinder.
EOS is ready for deployment.
Copy that. Outpost block inbound. And ready as hell. August Bradley, operational head for this block. Mayor now, I suppose. We're ready to make the most of what you delivered.
It took a lot of people to get us this far. That's the work you'll continue.
I hear that. Prodromos. That's what we're calling her.
They're eager. I haven't seen eager for months. EOS is far from golden, but now it's defensible. Arguing that choice will come later. They think you did the impossible. The Nexus. I warned them, hoping was irresponsible. You proved me wrong, Pathfinder.
I appreciate your candor. We're all on the same side.
I wouldn't go that far. The Reality Rider? You brought us time. But one outpost on a long-shot planet won't stop us from starving. You already have a lead on something else?
The nav point from the vault.
Now it gets complicated. The others are ready to officially sanction your efforts, to be a part of your success. We all want the initiative to succeed, but after failing for so long, no one agrees on how to do it. Be aware, that's all.
I don't care why anyone helps, so long as they do.
I've heard that before. Talk to Bradley. Later, we'll go over the extended job of Pathfinder. Until then, Tan's waiting on the Nexus.
От нее там следы остаются. Дамочка, вы сколько ядрить весите? Хотя я ничуть не меньше. А, ну мы ж в костюмах точно. Так, она меня вывела в радиационную зону. Спасибо, спасибо. Ага, и тут это кольцо. Хорошо. В каком месте это задница мира, это военный outpost? Турелька хоть одна есть? Я думал, тут турелька, слушай, будет. Хоть что-то еще. Где? Где это все? Вы издеваетесь? Это не смешно уже. Не, реально, а чего это военный аванпост? Ты капец какой-то. Это не военный аванпост, это хренотень. Да, вот меня сейчас, конечно, прибили гвоздем к стенке. Насмехаются и насмехнулись, надругнулись, блин. Так, ладно, надо съездить к этим залежам ресурсов.
Sorry it came to this, Pathfinder.
Чем это военный аванпост? Никто не скажет. Они вообще военные, эти разработчики игры, военную базу хоть раз видели, хотя бы примерно. Да, блин. И погоди, есть турели. Серьезно? О, нет, все, военный аванпост. Здесь есть турельки. Ура! Что мешает пару турелей поставить хотя бы на научный аванпост? Никто не скажет. Турели будут в одном месте, буду ржать. Ну, давай посмотрим. Ну да, вот тут зачем турели-то? Тоже подъезд есть. Нахрена надо? В одном месте ткнем 3 турели, это будет у нас военный аванпост. Почему? Потому что мы его так назвали. Твою ж налево, вы издеваетесь надо мной, серьезно? Понятно, что это дурацкое кольцо.
Another eidetic trigger, Sam?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Mayor Bradley.
Pathfinder, good to see you. We're busy as anything thanks to you. Bit dusty, but we can adapt. It's worth it when it's your own.
Make sure to keep a clear log of what you're doing.
Well, let's save some bandwidth. Busted ass defeat initiative. Copy, paste. You go do what you need to on the Nexus. Follow that dot. With them and my major domo, we won't end up like Site 1 and 2.
I combed the first 2 outpost attempts. Those people died.
You changed this planet. But that doesn't make it easy. We'll use the efforts of those who went before. Good people, every last one. I'd have been honored to fail with any of them.
Looking back isn't a good use of time. We have to keep building.
Keep is generous. We have to start. Real building, not just survival. Hang it where the Nexus can see. It's touched the soil. Make it real. Head for the Nexus, Pathfinder.
Военный аванпост. Поставим 3 турельки и все защитим. Ёлы-палы. Это просто какой-то абзац, абсурд, идиотизм. Так, где-то хоть что-то тут полезное имеется.
Pathfinder, over here.
Вы успешно развернулись, у вас вечеринка. Несколько аванпостов отправились куда подали, а у них тут вечеринка. Вы обоснуйтесь так, чтобы вас не могли куда-то отправить.
Hello there. Ah, Pathfinder. I hear you're to thank for a physics-defying atmosphere processor.
That's me. I'm Ryder.
Haley Abrams, Director of Scientific Research on EOS, and writer of papers that start what the hell weather. Since we're prioritizing military defenses, we may be asking that question for a while. But new galaxy, new world, and a really new start. Gotta keep up. How can I help you?
То есть все ж таки это научный аванпост, просто с военными.
Activating that vault changed the planet. Anything to worry about?
I don't believe so. Sadly, our equipment is tuned for incoming enemies, not watching the skies. But the storms show no signs of returning, and I know who to contact for remnant tech support. I'll take it.
How do you feel about EOS having a military outpost?
Honestly, I don't like it much. This isn't what the initiative's for, is it? We need to study EOS, understand the remnant tech, but our budget's earmarked for military research.
I've got...
Ты бы это ученый отправил куда нахрен подальше, на те брошенные аванпосты, пусть она там разбирается. Так, совместная работа. Мы уже с ней поговорили.
Pathfinder, mind giving me your opinion on this? I'm planning classes for our... Some say we shouldn't teach Milky Way history. All irrelevant now, apparently.
Всегда есть
We were all
изучать
shaped by
историю.
that history. Our children deserve to know how...
Agreed. Maybe you'll...
Хотя бы не допускать ну, в некоторых случаях ошибки прошлого. Для этого есть история. Да. Так, стоп, а я где, простите? А, ну да, я здесь же все добыл. Какой я молодец. Мы теперь высаживаемся не там, высаживаемся здесь. Ладно.
Ryder.
Everyone thinks that at first. The doctors have a name for it by now.
Хрень, короче, гольная, да? Здравствуй.
Pathfinder.
Здесь мы уже были. Ну чё, поехали дальше по планете кататься или чё? А, надо сначала взлететь, миссию там набрюхать, точно. Совсем забыли. Это забывать нельзя.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear. Before the meeting gets started, I have bunk assignments for PB and Drac.
Already put my rucksack in the kitchen. I'll hang out there if that's okay.
And I'm in one of the escape pods. More my speed. That's fantastic. Welcome aboard. Any thoughts, Ryder?
Я вот вообще не вижу ответа сейчас. В следующий раз лучше меня спросить. Скажу, мне все равно.
Whatever makes the squad comfortable is okay with me. Let's talk about our success on Eos. Besides establishing our first viable outpost, we did some amazing things. We discovered the Remnant and breached their vault.
And didn't get killed.
Overcame radiation poisoning a number of times.
And didn't die.
Confronted by Ket at every turn.
Once again, did not get killed.
You guys really need to raise the bar on what you call success.
Yeah, should we use the Krogan definition of success that got your homeworld nuked by your own people?
Fair enough.
Let's focus. Back to the task at hand. Looking forward.
Exactly. Here's my only question. When do we hit that next vault? It looked active. We have to get on that.
Hang on, hang on. We need to not go off half-cocked.
There are initiative priorities. The team calls the shots.
Actually, the Pathfinder calls the shots, just to be clear.
So what do you need from us, Ryder?
Helios threw us for a loop. Meaning, we're kind of new at this. All of us. So let's figure out what the rules are now, and try to stick to them.
Sounds good. If there's one thing I know I can do, it's make up rules.
No one said make up rules. Can we please keep anarchy to a minimum?
Okay, let's head back to the Nexus. PB, Drac, see Lexi for a physical. Good meeting, everyone.
Нахрена нам эту парашу Nexus возвращаться? Ты мне объясни. Да, это зал совещания у них. Очень странно. Да, именно почему не здесь? Так, высадить шпиона. Тоже неплохо, 86% шанс. Менее часа, да? Ладно. Только нахрена мне на Нексу сейчас лететь? Вот мне объяснишь? Ладно, давай посмотрим кое-что другое. Ну ладно, летим на Nexus. Новые системы-то надо открыть. Потом еще на планету эту вернемся. Покатаемся, в принципе. Могли бы хоть корабль показать. Ёлы-палы. Что вот им мешало? Нет, блин, надо показать, как мы в космосе умственно там типа горцуем. Класс. Меня это удивляет. Стоп. С чистого листа задание нуждается жизнь. Странно как-то. Вот это вот я хренотень терпеть не могу. Бегать по этой, блин, картонке. Тут скучно и неинтересно.
Pathfinder, is it true? We're settling Eos.
We've thought that before.
But Eos is different now, right? Pathfinder.
All right, settle down. Give him space. Lieutenant Syax, Kendros' aide. They all wanted to see you. Real hope again. It's been a while.
They've got a Pathfinder again. This is what we do.
And you've done it splendidly.
Professor Herrick, right?
What you achieved with that remnant vault is unprecedented, Pathfinder. Impossible.
With more military personnel out of stasis, those Ket won't get near your vault. Or our people.
Так, ну почти так, руководитель хватает.
He's the new mayor.
Bradley. I know him. Seems like a good man.
Well, what are you waiting for? There's a new world out there.
Thank you, Ryder.
Минскую рекламу не подготовили. Выбирайте себе там, не знаю, где хотите жить, что хотите, куда лететь. В другую галактику пролетели, как будто там жильцов других нет на планете. Это всегда удивляло, если честно. Нехер делить шкуру неубитого медведя.
Authorities continue work to establish contact with our Milky Way descendants. As of now, beacons confirming arrival in Helios remain unanswered. This is HNS.
Я тут со всеми уже почирикал, в принципе, можно посмотреть еще раз.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
It doesn't seem right to put all that on him.
Of course it isn't, but that's the perception. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
And you assume he's lying?
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did... That's...
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
It's rough out there. I might need backup, if you can spare the people.
But that isn't news to you, right?
Bye, Kandros.
You and me.
Так, мне... А, нет. Что-то есть, но как-то оно не выделяется. А, понятно, что это такое.
Hey, Ryder, I'd like a moment.
Yes? Lieutenant Syax, right?
That's me. I'm putting together Apex strike teams to protect the people and assets you're setting. We don't have a good sense of what we're up against, and could benefit from your experience.
I'll have Sam upload our insights on the Ket, Remnant, and Outlaw forces we've...
Thanks.
Supply request is in. Replacement armor's out.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious
Supply request is in. Dispatching to your location.
Так, с кем тут еще поговорить можно?
It's you! You're the human Pathfinder! I'm Sid, Vetra's sister. Vetra's told me all about you. Well, not all about you, but I should probably get back to work. It was real nice meeting you, though.
Эти, что ли? Где зеленая рожа? Ну-ка, зеленая. Даже цветные бывают, блин. Я думал, они одни серые. Я, конечно, промолчу, но вообще, как можно работать без стульев? Это что за садизм такой?
Anonymous source, really? Pathfinder. Wow. I'm Davis Carr, Helios News Service. Maybe you've heard my voice over the vids. I'm trying to file a story right now, but hey.
HNS, huh? Where are the rest of you?
I had an editor, but it's crazy out here. Now, beyond a freelancer or two, I'm it. All that stands between freedom and tyranny. Or something. I haven't had much sleep.
It must be diff...
No, it's easy. Beyond the lack of Still, I'm...
Who's your source?
No journalist worth their salt will ever give that up.
Were you...
Tan blamed our broadcasts for stirring unrest. It was bullshit. Who? It causes friction, but at least I can live with my... Content is king, and her content is... It seems... If I send receivers to your ship, would you mind? It'll help get news out to even the most far-flung colonists.
Okay, Davis.
Great.
Так, здесь ничего интересного. Ой, это что реально за садист? Тут стула нету, там стульев нету. У них что, есть отличное средство от радикулита? Что там тусует до сих пор, да? Я вот понять не могу, вот реально. Так. Не с тобой мне надо потрындеть. Ну, хотя бы у нее стул есть.
How many times have I told you this story?
343.
Wait, what? You've been keeping count? Ryder, can you believe this place?
One space station slightly dented?
You should have seen it a year ago. It was more than just dented. Anyway, thanks for bringing me on. Tan can't kick me off the station now, and it's been nice seeing my granddaughter again.
You really did miss her while you were gone, huh?
I really did. Cash can handle herself just fine, but...
What? Good job on the outpost. Maybe Addison will lighten up.
What do you mean?
She's been pretty upset about not having an initiative outpost established yet. Understandable, if you ask me. I'm just glad she's got work to focus on now.
Это типа женщина, насколько я понял. Все. Тогда понятно насчет голоса. Я разобрался. Это женский пол. Это там мужской. Все. Это, наверное, его внучка или кто там. Ай. Блин. Не, ну это капец. Конечно, командные центры без стульев — это просто, я не знаю, это верх садизма, который только можно увидеть. Как можно было в таких торопях делать, что забыть стулья поставить?
I'm Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilken murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Not yet.
Well, it's telling. I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the chief. He looked right at... Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure... shock.
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Nilken said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did Nilken seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilken in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked... could have been killed. The reality of the act sinking in.
If they'd fought and Nilken threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean. Maybe, but you don't expect your best friend. To me, that's the saddest part. The chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Reynolds was leading you back to
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
I appreciate...
Of course. It killed... Tan...
Очень интересно.
Please address concerns first with Director Addison. One must obey protocol.
You've shaken things up, Pathfinder. My department actually has colonial affairs to direct. And you have new tools to help grow the initiative. AVP, ready for spending.
I'll do the exploring. Don't you have someone else to track the numbers?
Get off your perch. This is where numbers become lives. You and your team are out there making Andromeda viable. That empowers all of us. Hit a threshold. A new cryo group can be brought out. Want more security, like you chose at Prodromos? That's your call. Brecker will introduce the interface and handle minutia. All you need to do is decide what light... No pressure.
Охрененно я с тобой поболтал, подруга, аж просто фигею.
Hello again, Pathfinder.
How has the Nexus reacted to the foothold I've established?
We send them where you signal, because that's where the need is. There's no time for preference.
Я просто в ауте. Вот это я с ней поговорил просто на 100+. Так, запись где-то прослушать бы надо было. Я от этого не получаю ни очки добра, ни очки зла. Почему? Почему у этих баранов нет стульев? Да, если, как правило, нет стульев, хотя бы, блин, во-первых, это больная охренеть спина.
You're back. Interested in hearing about our project?
Okay, give me your pitch.
The heart of my documentary will be an interview series. I was hoping you'd take part. I want the dirt and blood of our story, not the convenient fairy tale Tan's looking for. Interested?
Okay, interview away.
Let's start at home. 14 months and the Nexus still isn't finished. Arcs are missing, we have people in exile. By any standard, this wasn't the plan. Our leadership describes these as anticipated issues. Would you agree?
We still have to fix them. Everyone, leaders included, needs to pitch in. Let's be honest about these challenges and how we're going to face them.
Nice. Won't make you popular with the leaders, but it's good to hear. Bandwidth means I'm transmitting in short bursts, so that's all for now. But you can bet I'll have more questions later.
Партнеришка тоже.
Hello. Director Tan is expecting you.
Last time I was here, this was a storage closet.
Pathfinder Hall just needed a Pathfinder to open.
We're still getting the commons area ready. Hydroponics is only at partial capacity.
Not good enough.
We don't have enough people. My workers need a break, Tan.
I sympathize, but not until our survival is no longer at risk. Now please excuse me while I meet with our Pathfinder. Hey, Ryder. Addison told me about the outpost. You're the hero of the hour.
Let's hold off on the celebration. We haven't found home yet.
Oh, there's no need for modesty. Success affords leverage over those who doubted you.
And you're my best friend?
Thanks.
A patron. One who shares your vision of a prosperous future.
I suppose we agree on that?
I knew that given a chance, your talents would emerge. And a great one hangs it on the wall.
Ты там гордиться собираешься? Фотографиями, серьезно.
Yours are the first trophies to grace Pathfinder Hall. You're a symbol now, Ryder. A reason for people to believe.
It wouldn't have been...
But you're their beacon.
Careful, you'll end up adopting you, Ryder.
Ah.
Colleagues, you wouldn't be looking to cut us out, would you, Tan?
I remind you, I am the director of the initiative.
Acting director.
The director's had a rough time, stepping into a job he didn't ask for. I sympathize.
As I've said all along, the Pathfinder and I are of...
But it will protect us from a growing list of threats.
What is your plan for moving on, Ryder?
We have a lead on the terraforming network. I need to take the Tempest deeper into the sector to investigate. If the other Golden Worlds are where they should be, this could get us closer to them.
Careful. The Kett are scouring the cluster for remnant technology. You'll end up in a fight for sure. You might also run into exiles. They didn't leave the Nexus on good terms.
And we still need more outposts. They're important to expanding the station.
Though with Arcs still missing, this could be a chance for Ryder to search for them. Yes, I think that's best. You have my permission.
I wasn't really asking for it.
Of course. I support that kind of enthusiasm.
Right.
Я что-то реально спрашивал разрешение, что ли? Совсем опух. Тут не разрешение. Так. Бой. Так, выносливость. Что я тут хотел сделать? Размер набора. Максимальный вес. Да, лучше максимальный вес выбрать. Так, стойкость к урону. Стойкость к урону. Есть еще 3 очка, потом надо наших напарников прокачать, но это все потом. Мемориал. Кого?
We may have found a way to talk to your sister, sort of. Drop by when you can. Hyperion Medbay.
Will do.
A reminder, you have AVP outstanding.
Brekka unlocked the AVP system. Just have to make the first spend to get started.
Блин. Ладно, народ, продолжим в следующей серии. Всем удачи, всем пока.